Fear the Great. I've only heard of it, but I didn't think it was real.
A system to destroy the world by absorbing Malice and giving it a physical form. That is the program known as Fear the Great.
System? Program?
To simplify it even more for you, idiot, it means that the world is going to be destroyed by the malice of the stupid humans.
But why does this have to happen now? Is this the work of the aliens too?
No, the activation of Fear the Great can only be done by an order from God.
God? Isn't God supposed to help us?
God isn't here to save humans. God is not like demons and angels. He presides over the entire universe. He isn't on anyone's side.
It's his job to pretend to have almighty power and keep order in the universe. Extinction of human beings, when compared to the vastness of the universe, probably isn't that big of a deal to him.
However, there must be some reason Fear the Great was activated. Why has God decided to destroy the humans?
Is it because Fen didn't say his prayers seriously? Well, according to what I've read, Fear the Great is activated when the amount of malice on a planet exceeds a certain level. It has been activated 7 times in the past, and the targeted planets and their residents have all been completely wiped out. Every planet in the universe is said to be equipped with this program.
Getting killed by your own malice. What an ironic system.
So, was Nemo the trigger that activated Fear the Great? Most likely, yes. Fear the Great possesses the person with the most malice and continues to grow by feeding on malice all around the world. We have to do something before it's too late.
But what are we supposed to do?
The human world is full of malice. It might already be too late.
Crying about it isn't going to turn things around. Isn't there a way to stop Fear the Great?
Unfortunately, not that I know of. It can't be helped. No one has ever successfully stopped Fear the Great in the past.
Then it's up to us to change history with our own hands.
If you're that determined, then I'll go ahead and open the path to Fear the Great. Only we, the ones with the power of light, can do that.
Thanks. God, watch us now! We'll stop this arrogant system you've created and crush your ego!
Is that even possible? Fighting a system that was created by God?
What's the matter, Desco? Are you saying that you're afraid of God?
No way! Desco will beat the crap out of God!
What about you, rascal? Will you follow the destiny that was laid out by God?
I'm gonna go with you, of course. So what about God? I can't be a demon if I'm afraid of him.
What do you say, lass?
Do you even have to ask? If I save the world from this crisis, I'll definitely become the ruler of Earth. There's no reason for me to ignore this awesome opportunity.
Fenric, are you... Actually, never mind.
Yes, all is for my lord.
Then shall we head out to rebel against God?
Please wait. Why didn't you ask me?
Are you sure? You'll be going against God. You know that, right, Angel?
Still, I want to come. I have responsibilities too.
Okay. Then do what you want.
Mr. Vampire, you're not going to ask me any questions, are you? Aren't you curious to find out what happened between me and Nemo?
I can wait till you're willing to talk about it. After all, that's what allies do for each other.
Allies? So you accept me as an ally? I'm honored.
The real final episode! ties deeper than darkness.
Alright, we've arrived at the final episode. Now, we have... Where's Flan? I thought we had Flan in the party. I thought she was supposed to join us. Well, we have that Flan. But we have... What about the new Flan? I don't know. Let's see. Is there any chests I can get really quick? Let's get that one. What are you? Oh, what? Oh. So in case I accidentally skipped scenes, I can just go back and watch them. That's cool. Alright, moving on. Oh wait, there was one.
Sorry for the wait, everyone. I've opened up a dimensional path to Fear the Great.
Thank you, Lady Flan. I can't imagine what would happen if any of the other archangels found out about this. I'm so sorry for all the trouble.
Oh, it was nothing.
Huh? I don't know what exactly it takes to open up a path to a dimension, but archangels seem to be wicked cool.
How cool is that? Cooler than a final boss? I don't want to flatter myself, but we are super cool. We're so cool, final bosses can't even compare.
Really? I don't know if I agree with that.
Huh. It looks like Celestia is running low on intelligent officers as well as on funds.
Hey! I'm said to be the most popular and powerful archangel in all of Celestia! You're being super rude! Plus, these eyes of mine are very good judges of character. They're even better than the Seraphs! I think. I'm the one who discovered Artina, you know.
Seriously? Then, can you scout me too when I die? I so don't want to go to Hades.
Someone who's scheming to take over the world could never be an angel.
How do you know? If this lady can be an archangel, I'm pretty sure I can too.
You can't have my position! I'll never recruit you!
What? Why not? You suck.
That's it! I'm determined to stop you! You're banned from Celestia forever!
Please stop, Lady Archangel. Your dignity as an archangel.
Oops! Oh, you're right. Well, everyone, please take care of my Artina. Make sure she returns safely.
Don't worry about that. You can count on me.
Thank you.
It's only natural to protect an ally. There's no need to thank me.
Oh, right.
Valvatores knows that the Thief Angel is officially Artina now, but his attitude towards her hasn't changed a bit. He's actually acting more indifferent.
You have no idea, do you? He's totally holding himself back. You can tell he can't stop thinking about her.
He's just trying to cover it up, huh? Desco's excitement is now stimulating her libido.
Shut up, you lascivious females. My lord couldn't possibly be thinking about women before the final battle.
Oh yeah? Isn't it about time for you to grow apart from your master, huh?
Kill you.
Desco will protect Big Sis.
There's no point in saying that from behind my back.
Could you guys please start acting serious already?
I'm not sure if I should feel reassured by their lighthearted attitude or not.
We're raising a rebellion against God. We should feel completely confident. Everyone, let's go beat up the almighty God!
Tyrant Valvatores' rebellion, which started in Hades, the prison of the Netherworld, has grown to become a rebellion against a system created by God. there were no hints of despair or hopelessness in the faces of those headed into battle. The only things that were apparent were that their hearts believed in the future, and they were determined to carve out their own paths with the strength of their own powers.
Okay. Where's Flan? She was right here. Wait, is she my party now? No. Oh, her name got changed to Artina. She's not Volcanus anymore. Oh, okay. Where did Flan go? That sucks. I thought you can get Flan. Okay. Alright, moving on. Final episode. Swarming Malice.
Hell, it feels pretty weird in here.
Desco hears strange noises too.
Yeah, sounds like someone moaning. This place is creepy.
You are a demon, aren't you?
It must be the voices of human hatred. Fear the Great is really gathering a lot of human malice.
We just have to defeat all that malice, so Fear the Great will lose his power source.
Yeah, but how do we fight something that's not actually here?
Hate. I won't forgive you.
Whoa! Who are these guys?
They don't look normal.
These are the physical forms of malice. These physical manifestations of malice are wandering around, looking for targets to take all of their anger out on.
The product of fools. It's enough to make me laugh.
Some of them seem familiar.
Indeed, but their images are too accurate to have been created by the current humans from Earth.
Yes, all of them were created by one human. The human that we know all too well. The human who possesses the most malice.
Are you doing this, lass?
Are you out of your mind?
My lord, please listen to them. You should be able to hear his voice.
Destroy. Destroy. Humans. Everything. Everything. And everyone who took everything away from me that one day, and who have forsaken me.
Is this... Nemo? Judge Nemo?
But what is he talking about?
Producing this much malice by himself. He must be holding on to a tremendous amount of hatred. So much, in fact, that God has forsaken him.
What could have caused him to be this way? Well, not that I can. Everyone, we must defeat these bodies of malice, destroy his personal hatred, and return them to ash.
Yo, Mega Man, where you been, bro? We're already in the final episode of Disgaea 4. We are ready for Tuesday and Disgaea 5.
Everyone, let's
But
go!
first we have to get through this. Bye-bye panel. Wait. No! Bye-bye panels. Okay, as long as we stay on these,
I'll teach you a lesson.
we don't have to worry about the other ones. Let's see.
Perish.
Right here. Punch him in the face.
I'm still
There we
coming.
go. What level are these guys? 80, 82. They're getting stronger. Oh.
Here I go.
Let's get rid of that. Oh wait, no, that was the wrong decision. Oh, Artina's dead. That was a mistake.
Watch this! I'm strong!
No. We must not sacrifice her.
Surrender to me! I can help.
Throw her right there. Let's see.
Great annihilation!
Send out Desco.
I can do it!
Send out a Measle.
I got this.
Oh. Attack that guy.
All right.
Let's see. Funky dealer. Oh, there we go. Here's that guy. Booyah. Oh, you're hoping your copy of Disgaea 5 comes early? Well, if you ordered it from the Nis America store, I have no hope of them ever sending out stuff early anymore, even if they charge you a week in advance. They used to many years ago when I would order from them. You would get your game like probably on the weekend, but like lately, no. It seems that they don't do that much anymore.
You're all gonna die.
Wow. Fools. Bye-bye, pal. Yeah. There's only one left. So we just have to go over here, finish him off. Booyah. They killed themselves.
Huh? So can we defeat Malice?
Nothing is impossible for Big Sis. Let's keep this up and defeat them all.
All of them? How much more of it is out there? Oh, I don't see an end to this.
That voice.
What is this? The voices are in my head!
The emotions are flowing in. These feelings.
It hurts. So much pain. So much struggle. The sadness. The despair is taking over.
However, the strongest of all is anger. Or is it hate?
There's no forgiveness. I'll destroy everything. Father, mother, everyone I love, and Miss Artina. I won't forgive them. Those who took everyone away from me, and those who didn't do anything to protect them. Humans, demons, and angels. I'll destroy everything.
Is it over?
For now, at least.
That was scary. Desco thought she was gonna go crazy.
I feel so dizzy.
Anyway, why don't you explain now? You know what's going on, don't you? Those words of hatred. What's his motive? Revenge? It sounded like the deaths of you and his family had something to do with it.
Hey, you don't have to be like that. You're making it sound like this is Artina's fault.
That's true. Miss Artina is a good person. She's so good, she was killed by her countrymen for treating their enemies.
And the world is about to be destroyed because of her hypocritical actions. It's only natural she's to blame for this.
You're right. I know I'm partially responsible for this.
Huh? But isn't that weird? Hasn't it been a while since Valvatore stopped drinking blood and lost his powers?
About 400 years, I think.
Then Artina must have died about 400 years ago, too. There's no way Nemo could have met Artina.
Actually, I have met Nemo. And he has survived for 400 years to punish the humans for their sins.
400 years? Humans can't live that long.
Yeah, His soul should have been hunted down by death a long time ago.
No, he evaded death and survived all these years, even after his body had crumbled to dust.
So, is he a ghost?
That's correct. He only exists by the will of his soul.
A ghost, huh? No wonder he was able to appear in Hades and then on the moon.
A vengeful heart that remains, even after losing his body. He must possess so much hatred. Is it because of what Fenric said? We don't have much time. Fear the Great will keep growing through absorbing Malice while we stand here. You'll have to tell us the story of Judge Nemo's birth as we keep moving ahead.
Okay, we gotta go. People died. Actually, you know what? This is the final episode. In this, well, we'll save it for next time. Permadeath. Permadeath in the final episode. If you die in this one, you don't come back. So, moving on. Let's see, Disaster Dimension. Oh, it's one of these. What are they?
I'll show you.
Okay. So, okay, look at those guys. I love these maps only because they're so easy to beat. Let's go. Oh, yeah, and then I just have to go bombastic. Why do you call it that? Bombastic.
Wanna get cracked? Dream power!
And then, did I get? I still haven't gotten Flan. That sucks. Let's go.
Power up!
That was easy. Moving on to Ruler's Wound.
There they are again!
Deceiving, hating, hurting, killing among friends, compatriots, neighbors, and humans. They have no right to live. And those who just watched and didn't do anything, I will punish them all.
Killing among your compatriots? I wonder if he's talking about Artina.
Miss Artina was killed by her allies under suspicion of being a spy.
But why is he so obsessed with the death of someone who was not even involved with him?
That's because he actually was involved with my death.
What do you mean by that?
He was the reason I was persecuted.
What? So was he the key enemy personnel that you treated?
Yes, that man was Judge Nemo. My death is what triggered Judge Nemo's birth.
And that's the responsibility that you were talking about. Then I'm also partially responsible for this. If I had killed everyone there while I was enraged, this wouldn't have happened.
But that was because I stopped you.
This is no longer a weight that you must shoulder alone. Don't blame yourself too much.
Yeah, he's gonna start cutting himself. That's funny. What is this? Oh, that's bullshit. Okay, so I need to have 6 ranged people. This is gonna cut it close. Okay, so I think I can do this in one turn. Let's see.
Here I go!
If I can get multiple hits with him. They're so spaced out. Ah! Okay. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. He didn't die. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's one down. Let's see.
Here I go.
I might possibly be able to get 2 right here. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, there's 2. Let's see.
Take this.
Torres here. Kill these 2. 7 to go. 7.
Your
members.
back is wide open.
Let's see. Go right here. Do that.
Here I come.
Shit, it'd probably been better for him to get these guys. Damn. Okay.
This is it!
That's fine. That's fine. Desco. You can hit at a distance. Maybe I'll have you. Damn. Nope. Fenric will die.
Playtime.
Send out the Funky Dealer. Lift him. So that Desco can use that.
We can do it!
There you go, put him back down. Let's see.
Time to bust some balls.
Do this.
All right.
I can send out 4, and there's 4 enemies left. Okay, Fuka. I know you can get her easily with your bombastic attack. No! There you go. That one. Let's see. Maybe her. Okay, well, there's 1. I got 2 to go.
Right there.
See, Mega Man. Your overstrike should kill him. Yes. Now, 1 more. 1 more. Who's strong enough?
Ready for
Cat?
meow?
Oh, no. Porum, I don't believe you're strong enough. Rutio, you don't have anything that can reach. Oh, you can! But it wasn't strong enough. Damn it. Okay. Oh well. Well, do it again. There you go.
No human is trustworthy. The word faith is only a fantasy. Not a single man possesses such a thing. Doubting innocence, betrayal, humans killing each other. These are all because of the humans. So
Are all of these Nemo's voices? He's despised humans for 400 years. What the hell happened to him?
We might be able to gain a clue for extinguishing Nemo's malice by getting to the bottom of that. It's time for you to confess, Thief Angel.
Fen! Just because your precious lord might get lured away by her, you don't have to talk to her like that.
Idiot! How dare you!
Sure, I'll explain. I'll tell you everything.
Then let's start with Judge Nemo's true identity.
He was a soldier, an intelligent man who had already become a lieutenant commander at a very young age. My country and his were in an extended war, which had started long before either of us were born. The everlasting hatred was painstakingly portrayed by the punishment he received after failing his mission and getting caught by us.
Artina's story vividly depicted the unbearable brutality of humanity. The enemy stripped away the soldiers' last hopes and replaced them with pain. After he survived his ordeal of being in the enemy's hands, he was suspected of being a spy and was betrayed by his own country. His country punished him by taking away his beloved family. It was the humans and the war that seized the soldier's dignity as a human being and created Judge Nemo.
So you were the one who saved him?
Yes, he happened to wander into my treatment center near the border. He was extremely dehydrated and malnourished. The doctors and nurses had already escaped the war zone, and only a few patients and I remained.
What a fool. You should have run away with the others.
You're right, but I couldn't.
And that's why you were killed by your allies?
Yes, I have no regrets. I followed my own beliefs. The only regret I have is the promise I shared with a certain vampire.
Just stay on topic for now.
Mr. Vampire wasn't the only man who suffered because of my death, however.
Judge Nemo, huh?
He wished to end his life, but the war wouldn't allow that. Once again, he was taken hostage by my country and forced to live.
What a horrible existence. Of course he would hate humans after that. My nightmare can't even compare to what he went through for real.
To him, Artina must have been like a stream of light in the desert of his despair.
His hatred toward humans must be immeasurable.
But he fought against his hate for as long as he could. His conscience and reasoning told him that revenge wasn't the answer. However, he was dragged further into the darkness by the evils of humanity until, finally, his rationale was broken. I was always right there by his side, but without my body, the only thing I could do was shout to him with my silent voice. He concluded that humans were only good for hurting each other, including their loved ones, and planned his revenge against them. But this was only to be the beginning of Judge Nemo's scheme. He then aimed his hatred towards demons and angels for letting humans run rampant, and determined that they were just as guilty.
And the rest is history, huh?
I visited him many times after Lady Flan took me in. Of course, my voice was never able to reach someone who didn't believe in angels.
That is really sad.
I wanted to stop him, no matter what. So I sought help from Lady Flan.
How did she respond to your pleas?
She said we needed funds to prepare for the rising Armageddon. So I worked as hard as I could to collect as much hell as possible, as quickly as possible.
After all your efforts and being labeled as a thief angel in the netherworld, that robot was the end result?
Great ones or X, right?
Is that Archangel mentally okay?
Well, Lady Flan's prophecy about the rising world crisis was accurate. It's just, the solution that she prepared was that thing.
Basically, your mission wasn't to collect money. You were only trying to atone for your guilt.
Yes, I'm fine with not everyone agreeing with me. I'm only here to take responsibility for my own part in this.
Looks like you really mean it. Fine. Although we have differing motives, we're aiming for the same result. Fenric, any objections?
I'm not fully convinced, but at least we now have a clue to defeating Nemo's Malice. I have no objections, my lord.
Excellent. That's my Fenric. I'm counting on you.
Understood. All is for my lord.
Yeah, Mega Man, we're gonna be doing the DLC for all the Disgaea games after I get through Disgaea 5. We're just getting through the main story, and then we'll go back and do all the extra side stories and DLC of all the games I've played at a later time, though. So, final episode, Dark Mud. Is this another story mission? Nope. It's holy shit, those look cool. Let's see.
Opportunity!
Artina, can you reach? You can't, but can your gun? Yes. 5,000 though. Nope. It's not enough.
Take this!
Holy crap. Okay. Here's where we're gonna have to throw.
Right
Mega
there.
Man. Let's see. Can your overstrike? Yes. Kill him.
Bang!
Perfect. So he's done. So let's just throw some of our most powerful guys over there. HP switch. Oh, I can't. Wait. Aha! Okay. Reverse damage. No. Oh, and he's stuck. Shit. Adelie, you're the only one who can defeat that one. Booyah. There you go. Now, let's go over here. Who else? What is this guy on? Percent. Oh wait, can Measles attack and reach? Yes. But it wasn't enough. Disco. There you go. And Fuka, can you reach with your bombastic? Let's see. Nope. But what about this one? Yes.
Not bad.
Booyah. Yeah, I haven't played. Oh, get the next level one. Let's go heal. I'm beating this game, so this is all new to me. So once I go back and actually see all the DLC, that'll be cool. But I gotta get through all the DLC for every game, Disgaea 1 through 4. So, alright, deadly option. Moving on.
Stay out of my way. Get out of here.
Why don't you tell us your plan, Fenric?
Well, it's nothing great, but I'll need to test the waters first.
I made a vow to myself. I'll destroy every human being. For myself. For my family. For Miss Artina.
Judge Nemo, do you think that's really the most righteous thing you can do? Do you think Artina would be pleased with your actions?
Miss Artina?
That's right. Didn't Artina save you at the cost of her life? Would a woman like that seek vengeance? Don't you think this would only disappoint her?
Disappoint? Miss Artina?
How is this happening? Fen-Fen's being nice.
This is unbelievable, Mr. Fen-Fen.
I'm more surprised that he was actually able to carry on a conversation with Malice.
Judge Nemo, you can hear my voice, can't you? You're purposely trying not to see the angel in front of you, aren't you? Can't you see her?
An angel, you say? There's no angel here. I can't see her.
I know you can. You're just in denial. You just don't want to admit the fact that a woman who died because of you has gone on to become an angel.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Talk to him, thief angel.
Can you hear me?
That voice is...
Yes, it's me, Artina. I'm right here.
That's impossible!
It's not. You've been deceiving your own eyes and heart. The woman who stands here is none other than Artina. She has watched over you ever since she died. She has tried to speak to you countless times to save you from your own curse. But her voice never reached your ears. Now, that voice is desperate and pleading.
Mr. Werewolf.
It's as if he's seen it himself. I'm rather impressed by my servant.
Artina! Artina!
That's right, Artina is here. She doesn't wish for you to destroy the world. Your actions are only breaking her heart.
Artina! Artina!
Fen-Fen is right. Please don't do anything more to hurt Artina.
Miss Artina is right here with us. Please believe us, Mr. Nemo.
Yeah, just believe in her, and you'll be able to see her.
Artina! Artina! Ah!
Uh-oh, he's breaking down.
Don't you dare speak her name, demons! Only I am worthy of calling out her holy name! I, who dedicated my life to exact retribution for her death, am the only one who can utter her name!
Please stop! I don't wish for any of this!
No! You're lying! That's not true!
Damn. I suppose my words weren't enough to tame his malice.
You can't trick me! I'm gonna destroy the world! I'll kill you all!
Bastard! Are you saying that you're even going to kill Artina?
Miss Artina is dead! Humans and demons are both responsible for killing her! So I'm gonna kill all of you!
Yeah, that guy's crazy. What the hell's on? No! What? How do I get up here? Reverse, warp, attack. How the hell do you get up here to attack these guys? Can Funky Dealer reach? No. Holy crap, that's too high.
I'll teach you a lesson. Ha!
This map is weird. Let's send out Valvatores. Get him right here.
There it is.
There's that. Oh, do I have to build like a? Maybe I have to build like a ladder.
Here I come!
Here I come.
Throw that there. Let's see.
You all ready for that? There!
Throw that right there. Whoops! That's not gonna work either. Okay.
Watch this, big sis!
That's weird. How the hell do you beat this map?
We did it, big sis! It's my turn.
Send out a Measle. Damn, wasn't enough to kill. Okay.
Right there.
Well,
There you
let's
go.
go right here. Overstrike. Wait, Overstrike was able to reach up there? What? Maybe.
Bless me.
Can our attacks reach? No, it's just okay. And turn. Unless they jump down.
Useless.
How in the world? What is it? Check the green spaces. One should have a warp effect. Oh. Where? No, none of them have a warp effect. Unless it's... There's no space here that has a warp. Hold on. Let's... There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here I come.
Let's build a tower.
Here I go!
Crap, they're just gonna keep coming out.
Useless.
Okay. Yeah, that was good info. Thanks for that. Let's see. Yeah, we're all up here now. Throw down there. And throw right there. And throw over here. Let's see. I guess I'll just get these two.
We can do it!
Let's... Can't.
There!
Down here. And turn. Man, that was confusing. That would have drove me crazy if you guys hadn't said anything.
Get out of here.
I mean, like, how the hell do you get up there? I would have tried to, like, stacking the geo panels, and they were just shattered, so... I don't know.
Wanna get cracked?
Okay. Now, have her punch her in the face. Do this one.
Thank you!
And we'll send Desco.
Sardines! Yeah!
Throw her down here so she can hit that guy. There we go.
My life was saved by Miss Artina. So, I'll dedicate my entire life to punishing all human beings and the entire world. That's my atonement.
He's done. He's becoming fanatical. He won't listen to our words.
Looks like we shouldn't have mentioned Miss Artina.
We might have to just defeat each Malice we find, one at a time.
No. We have to make him acknowledge Artina's existence in order to break him. He must admit that Artina, the main purpose for his vengeance, has reappeared as an angel. If he understands the truth, that revenge is not what Artina wants, then his actions and his very existence will be invalidated. Such mental damage will be much more effective than any physical damage could ever be to Judge Nemo.
You may be right, but is that why you were being really nice to him?
Why else? My only intentions were to cause him pain and to destroy him from the onset.
That aside, I agree that making Nemo acknowledge Artina's presence is the best way to stop him.
Yes, I agree as well. If we can make him do that, we'll be able to tame the power of Malice.
If we can control his malice, the power of Fear the Great will be weaned off, and that will be our chance to attack. Excellent. I will do whatever it takes to make him believe that she is an angel.
Mr. Vampire.
Mr. Valsy is the only demon who would fight to make someone believe in angels.
Desco, you're wrong. Valsy isn't fighting for the sake of angels, he's fighting for the sake of Artina. But he probably won't admit it. Oh, and neither will Fen.
Okay, final episode, Boiling Point. Is this gonna be another completion map or story map? Probably.
You persistent, annoying, stubborn, irritating, bothersome bastards!
Jeez, don't be so mean.
You won't disappear! You won't die! I can't kill you!
Whoa, he's really pissed now.
Unforgivable! Unacceptable! I'll kill you! You're gonna die! Be gone!
This is ridiculous! We have to make him see Artina as soon as possible!
This is the Malice? The core of Fear the Great? What intensity!
I feel like I'm being crushed by the sheer weight of Malice.
Is he finally ready to settle this? Excellent! I accept the challenge!
Me too! I'm not gonna lose!
Desco won't either. Miss Artina's heart will reach Mr. Nemo.
Yes! For Artina's sake, I won't let you destroy this world! I will stop you, no matter what!
Shut up! Stop saying her name! This Artina wouldn't become an angel! I won't believe that!
Please believe us. I'm right here in front of you.
Shut up! Shut up! I can't hear you or see you! You're just one of the demons!
He heard me.
I won't approve of anyone! Demons! Angels! I won't forgive you! Die! Disappear! I'll destroy you!
Shut up! I admit that we demons have neglected our responsibilities and brought confusion to the lives of many humans. I pay my respects to your dedication and devotion, even after your body has perished. That being said, Judge Nemo, I'm going to defeat you. To bring Hades to the worlds and restore them to how they're supposed to be. Finally, to keep the promise I made. To protect the one I could not!
Mr. Vampire.
He totally said it! He declared to protect her! Go, Bowsy! A confession of his love! Desco doesn't know why, but her energy is 1,000,000 times higher now!
What is this? I'm kind of getting a tingling too.
No, it wasn't like that. Don't you dare misunderstand what I meant. I just want to keep the promises I made, so it has nothing to do with Artina. But I'm going to protect these. Oh yes, that's right. Sardines! I can't let sardines die off with the rest of the world. I said I'm going to protect sardines. Hey, are you guys listening to me?
No, not a single soul, my lord. And it's all because of your careless comment.
No idea what's going on now. Get ready, Judge Nemo. I'll make you see through your blinded eyes.
Okay. Yeah, he's never not pissed throughout this whole game. This map looks cool though. No lifting, enemy turbo ×3. Holy shit! So that means they're like level 300. They're all, holy crap. Okay.
Everyone,
so
let's go! Here I come!
Send out my most powerful. Two of the giant ones. Desco's my second most powerful. Okay, Fenric, he's not as powerful, but he can still not damage them, you bastard. Measle? Let's see. Whoops, I hit Fenric. No!
You'll be my test sample.
This is like the one and only time I've healed in forever. Let's see.
It's my
Artina.
turn. There.
Let's see.
Thank you.
There we go. Fuka. She doesn't have one that can hit him. Oh, she can. I have to do it from the panel though. Battle height problem. Bullshit. Okay.
This is it.
Let's see. I guess that one.
You wanna get cracked?
Let's see.
Can you take all of
Is
my
she strong
attack?
enough to kill them though? Nope. Probably send out two more. Let's see.
Time to bust some balls.
And
Ready for me
well,
now?
let's see if this works. Nope. Could have killed them all in one round, but they're stubborn. Oh, perfect. Good, absorb him. Now there's only one enemy. Go, bombastic. What? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, throw you back up here. Send you in there.
Here I come!
Now just
Here I
send you right
come!
there and attack. Wow, holy crap. Go here and magic change
Going all out!
with Fenric.
Perish!
Gather, Fuka. Oh, there's no lifting. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna let it go one more time. You fool! You've left. Okay, Fenric, you finish it off, dude. Finish off with your flaming kitty shot.
Your back is wide.
Here I come!
Booyah.
Now wake yourself up, Judge Nemo. I know you can see Artina.
Can you hear me?
No!
Can you see me?
No! I can't see anything!
I don't believe you. Please, just believe in my words once more. Just like you did back when you were a ragged soldier.
Huh. Miss Artina? You're really...
Yes. Please, open your heart to me. I'm right here.
I can see... I can see you. You're really an angel now.
That's correct. Artina became an angel after she died. She watched over you and tried to guide you, even though saving you was the reason she was killed. Even though she was called a thief in the Netherworld, she fought a lone battle to stop you from destroying the world.
That's absurd. How could she...
Yes, I too did not believe it at first, but that is the truth. For 400 years, she watched over you and wept, the helplessly pure angel. But that's Artina.
I'm a bit offended to hear that from you, Mr. Vampire, who refused to drink blood because of a promise he made to a lady.
So I just didn't notice. I didn't know Miss Artina was watching over me all this time. I have been such a fool. And I knew what I was doing wasn't gonna make her happy. But I just couldn't forgive the humans, nor the demons. But now I see. She knows what I've been doing all this time. I'm the biggest fool here, and I've made Miss Artina sad once again.
Nemo! Wait! Are you running away?
He's gone.
The malicious tension in this area is slowly starting to lighten.
Then, did we defeat Fear the Great?
That's what it looks like. By the way, it was my lord Valvatores, not we.
Yay! My dream rocks! This dream is awesome! I saved the world! Now I just have to become a ruler of the world and fill this place with hot studs and tuxes, and it'll be a perfect happy ending!
Desco is glad Big Sis is happy, but she's not so sure about having saved the world as a final boss.
I did it, Father. Now the Netherworld will be saved.
But is everything really over?
It's really over. Please, don't worry, Miss Artina. Both Fear the Great and I will disappear now. Don't worry.
What? Disappear?
I'm so sorry, Miss Artina. I'm sorry.
What is he trying to do?
I think he's going to remove his soul along with Fear the Great. As long as Fear the Great's power keeps getting weaker, the possessed soul will return to Limbo as well.
Not even to Hades, huh? To complete nothingness.
To Limbo, for capital punishment, from where he will never reincarnate. He deserves it, I guess.
What? Considering what he's done, I think he deserves to be tortured even more.
Desco agrees with Big Sis. He shouldn't be allowed to just disappear.
You want to save him, don't you?
Huh? No, I didn't say that.
You don't have to pretend. I can tell by the look on your face.
Huh? Save him? That's ridiculous. If he is allowed to be saved, then what about all the lives that were lost because of him? Should we go back in time and save them too? He's a helpless fool. A fool who chose to perish because he couldn't bear his own weakness. And you say that you want to save him? Who do you think you are, Almighty God? What you're trying to do is the epitome of hypocrisy.
You know, you could be right. It might just be for my own satisfaction. What he's done is not something that can be forgiven. The weight of his sins is immeasurable. But that's exactly why I don't want him to be able to take the easy way out by simply disappearing. His sins may not be paid off for centuries. Perhaps it would take more than 400 years. But he must be made to face them.
More than 400 years? You're pretty harsh, Artina.
You know, that is the worst thing you could ever do to him. Fine. Let's give him the punishment he so rightly deserves.
And what would that be?
What do you think? Turn him into a Prinny, of course! I'll re-educate him thoroughly, as a Prinny instructor!
Lord, that is an excellent idea. Considering his sins, it will definitely take more than 400 years to pay them off.
The soul of a dead villain pays off his sins as a Prinny. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Just like you, right?
Hey, I'm not a villain, dead, or a Prinny!
I'm up for that idea, though. It's what you're supposed to do when you commit crimes in this world.
Desco has no objections either. The problem is, how are we gonna save him?
To save him, we must peel his soul away from Fear the Great before they perish together.
Then let's go! To save his soul before Fear the Great perishes! And to guide him down the path he deserves most! As a Prinny!
Okay, we gotta go heal because this is the final map of the game. I only hope he's a cool boss fight like in Disgaea 3. Disgaea 3's final boss, superhero arm, I think was the coolest looking design. So I'm really hoping that whoever we fight in the next map is just as cool. So, moving on to Define God.
Miss Artina? Why? Please, leave quickly. Otherwise, you will be dragged down into Limbo, along with Fear the Great.
Are you serious? Then stop hiding and come on out already!
That's right. If you don't, Miss Artina is gonna be in more danger.
Time is running out. There's no time to argue. Just come out here. We're not leaving until we save your soul.
Save me. Is that supposed to be a joke?
No, we're serious.
Miss Artina, please leave me. I have committed something so terrible. It can't be undone. A sin which I will never be able to pay off. It's best that I just disappear now.
Toughen up already!
Miss Artina!
You might think this is how you'll pay for your sins, but honestly, that's not enough. You're just running away from your responsibilities. Disappear now? That's the cheapest and most cowardly way out.
Miss Artina, you may be right, but how else am I supposed to do it?
I'll tell you how. Become a Prinny and pay off your sins.
A Prinny?
You say that what you've done can't be undone, but there's no need to undo anything. Don't worry about anything else. Just work diligently as a Prinny. It could take hundreds or even thousands of years to purify your filthy soul. However, every sin is repayable. No matter how long it'll take, I'll make sure you pay it off.
You will?
Indeed, that's the duty of a Prinny instructor.
I'll help you too, with super hardcore punishment, so you'll be able to pay off your sins faster.
Me too. I've already come up with some tasks for you, like assassinating President Axel.
Jessica wants to use you as a test subject for her new skills.
I'll prepare something more mentally burdening.
Everyone? Are you even trying to convince him to come back?
Well, he has the right to know the brutal path that's waiting for him. Not that I would let him back out now, even if he refuses to come.
Valvatores, I've done so much to you, yet you still do this for my sake? You'll make sure I pay off my sins?
Of course, because I am Valvatores, the Prinny Instructor of Hades.
Valvatores, I... This is...
The last resisting power that's trying to keep him here, as the core of Fear the Great.
How persistent. And this was supposed to be created by God? Listen up, God! It is the demons who must punish the humans for their sins. Your turn ends here. Now leave the center stage. Your system is no longer needed.
Okay. So that's the final. Holy shit. He has a Desco sword. Malice Des S. That's cool. I don't know. It looks okay. Not as cool as Superhero Arm though, sadly. Oh shit, there's androids all over. And they're level 97. What level is he? He's 100. Okay. That should be fine. Let's in the final map to destroy all of them.
Here I come!
Let's see. Send
I'll show you sardine
Tories out. Take out him, of course. No target. Really? Okay. Artina.
Bless me. Here I go.
Throw him further. There you go.
Demon! Follow my order and present your vile soul!
Well, if he survives this, I'll check his ability.
Total domination!
He survived. Holy crap. Summon a Malice unit to the map on every turn. Increase stats by 10. Attack increased by 20% per. Ooh, holy crap!
This is it!
Oh crap. Okay, he might be a problem.
I got this.
He is a problem.
You all ready
Send out
for this?
Fuka.
This.
Let's get rid of him now. Bombastic. We need Measle.
Desco's going!
Send out Desco, because you'll be able to finish him off.
Watch this! You wanna get cracked? You can't defeat me!
Oh yeah, he has 3 abilities. That's bullshit. Every one of my characters only has like 2, and they're not really super good. They're not the final boss levels. Final boss versus final boss.
Closer to a final boss!
Booyah.
Big sis!
Oh, I just had to defeat him. Alright. Good work.
Do you see now, God? This is the power of demons, angels, and humans. A power that's much stronger than yours. The ties of our camaraderie.
Lord Val.
Mr. Vampire!
Where am I?
Tyrant Valvatores.
Who are you?
I am who you call God.
What does God want with me? Are you angry because we defeated Fear the Great?
The man you want to rescue must be terminated. You have done well, so I will postpone the extinction of the humans of Earth. But that man shall not be forgiven. He shall be executed.
I see. So you called me out here just to tell me that?
Yes, but I also wanted to meet the first person to ever defeat the Fear the Great program.
I am honored to be called upon by God.
Tyrant Valvatores, you shall not oppose me. Fear the Great has but a fraction of my full power.
Hey, God, may I ask you something? Have you ever been slapped? We will decide what happens in our world. We've worked too hard to simply obey your orders. There's more I'd like to say, but I'm a little busy here. For today, I shall only strike you once. But if you try to interfere with our world again, you shan't get off so easy next time.
You dare to oppose the will of God?
Of course! After all, I am a demon. Now brace yourself, God, for you are about to learn what pain feels like!
My lord, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
What happened?
Well, simply put, I gave God a beating.
What?
Though it is possible that that thing wasn't God. I would have expected much more from God.
Huh?
Anyway, who cares? Take a look at that.
Looks like you were finally released by the persistent hands of God.
I had no choice. You guys have done too much for me. Valvatores, you must have a lot of faith in Miss Artina.
What do you...
And you too, Miss Artina. You must have similar feelings towards him. Trust between a demon and a human. Well, I guess it's between a demon and an angel now. It's something that's very hard to believe for someone who's only seen the ugliness of wars amongst humans like me. Just one more time, I'll put my faith in this world again. Miss Artina, I don't know how many years it'll take me, but I will face my sins. And Valvatores, I hope you'll guide me through it until my sins are paid off.
Sure, you've got it. I'll beat some sense into your head once you become a prinny in Hades.
Yeah, I'll make sure to be ready for that.
Rascal, this is a job for you now.
Me?
Who else? It's a death's duty to send souls to Hades.
But I've never reaped a soul before.
You can do it, Mr. Amizel!
Yeah, just be confident, but don't cut off any weird parts. Amizel, please.
Okay. I'll do it. Judge Nemo, your life ended a long time ago. As death, I will reap your soul.
Thanks.
In the name of Death Amizel, I hereby sunder thy soul from this life.
Judge Nemo, I'll see you in Hades.
Finally, the worlds were saved by the hands of the rebels from Hades, led by tyrant Valvatores. Valvatores, Fenric, Fuka Kazumitsuri, Amizel, Desco, Artina. The names of these 6 heroes who saved the worlds were engraved into history to be taught for generations to come. On a side note, when Amizel was appointed to the position of Netherworld President, the name of President Axel was completely removed from public records and was forever sealed away in the darkness of history.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that the ending? Yes! Oh, so you might not have heard it, but when he was like, God, have you ever been slapped? I cracked up a little bit hearing that. And how come I couldn't have a cool weapon like that scythe that Amizel just had right now? That would have been awesome to have. Like that's one of the weapons that I wish they included in the Disgaea series. Maybe like a scythe. Cause did you see that scythe? That was awesome looking. Give me a scythe looking axe weapon that looks like that. I want that. Cause that looked freaking awesome. But anyways, yes, we have defeated Disgaea 4. 1 through 4 have been completed, and now we await Tuesday for Disgaea 5, which should be freaking amazing. Zeta, the badass overlord, respects Valzy. Is that in the like the DLC? Does he meet Zeta? That would be cool. See, there it is. There's that sick-ass sight that he has. Now, so I did the demo for Disgaea 5, but I'm assuming that I wanted one of those pretty hats. I'm assuming that the demo is like the first chapter, like the first episode of Disgaea 5. I'm still gonna play it over again. Even though I did the demo, I'm gonna play it over again because I want to start from the beginning officially, and then we'll move on from there. So definitely Tuesday, I want to go through at least the first 2 episodes, chapters, whatever they call them in that game, of Disgaea 5. So I get off at work at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. So then I'll go pick up my copy of Disgaea 5 at 10, and then be home, and then I'll be streaming around 11 a.m. on Tuesday to start Disgaea 5. So if you guys are here to see the demo of the first chapter and only the first chapter, yeah, is it the complete first chapter though, or is there more after the final map in the demo? That's what I really want to know. Is it just the first chapter, or is it the complete first chapter? Like, is there more after the demo, or is that just it? The complete first chapter? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna start over from the full version because I have it reserved, and I have the Seraphina DLC code. Hopefully that will work on the day it's released. But yeah, I'll do that. And I didn't get Flan. What the hell? Little Flans are bought. That's pretty cool. But yeah. I think the demo is not available in chapter 1 of the demo. Oh, is that him? Is that Nemo as a prinny? That's funny. He has the glasses. Yeah, this was definitely a good game. I like this game. Let me see. Oh, that's a nice picture. I gotta screenshot that. Oh, is she? Yeah, I just want to know how she, like, I really, like, because I love the Disgaea series, I love the characters. I just want to know, like, how she became that. That's a cool picture. I want to know, like, when did she leave, when she left Laharl and became not Fallen Angel Flan. Fiend.
Hello, Mr. Vampire.
Hey, what is it?
Oh, I just felt like we haven't really had a chance to talk yet. I knew you were that vampire from back then, but I was too focused on my task and...
It's fine. I actually still can't believe that you're the same Artina. Who would have thought that pure-hearted Artina would have become a money-grubbing woman?
Oh, please, give me a break. I told you I wasn't collecting all that money because I wanted to.
I know, but I can't help it after seeing all the excitement in your eyes when you were talking about money.
Mr. Vampire, you've gotten a little mean.
Calling a demon mean, huh? Your fearless attitude towards demons hasn't changed. Ah, you really are, Artina.
Mr. Vampire, I wanted to apologize to you.
Apologize?
Yes, to keep the promise you made to me, you continued to forbid yourself from drinking human blood. As a result, you lost your power and fell to Hades. I don't know how to express how sorry I am.
You don't need to apologize. I only did that because I made the promise.
Plus, I kept worrying about Judge Nemo, while you suffered the whole time because of that promise. As Mr. Werewolf said, I'm just a hypocrite.
Think whatever you like, but doing something is always better than not doing anything. Plus, by falling to Hades, I discovered sardines, a great source of nutrition. Actually, I should be thanking you for that.
Oh, Mr. Vampire, I'm trying to be serious right now.
I'm being serious too.
You really are Mr. Weirdo. I'm glad we got to meet again.
Likewise. Now, I finally get to keep the promise I made back then.
Yes, I ended up making you wait 400 years.
Right. As I promised, I shall only quench my thirst after I take you down to the depths of despair. Now, how shall I go about this? This will be most interesting.
No, there's no need to do that to me.
What do you mean by that?
I've already seen the depths of despair. When you were dragged inside of Fear the Great, I thought I had lost you. Your death. My knees were trembling with fear just thinking about it. All I could do was stand there, trying not to scream out loud.
Artina.
You have kept your promise. Now go ahead. Take my blood. And please regain your power, Tyrant Valvatores, my Mr. Vampire.